Kitco News special coverage of the Gold Forum Americas is brought to you by New Pacific Metals and Silvercorp Metals.
Energy transition and solar panels are going to be a key driver for the metal silver. And Silvercorp Metals is situated in a country where those solar panels are manufactured. I'm with Lon Shaver. He's Vice President of the company. Lon, welcome to Kitco.
Thanks very much, Michael. It's great to be here.
Lon, we appreciate your sponsorship of our coverage of Gold Forum Americas.
Well, we're pleased to be a sponsor. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Well, let's give us an overview. Tell us about Silvercorp Metals.
Well, Silvercorp is a profitable Canadian mining company with a long history of production, a solid resource base, and some growth plans for its mines in China. But we also have a $216 million cash position that we're looking to deploy on growth opportunities worldwide. And we also have some investments in some great other mining companies that we think have great potential.
I want to talk about that focus on free cash flow, but first let's talk about the way that you're situated. You have operating mines in China. That's somewhat unusual, but tell us what the advantages are of being based there.
Well, the advantages are we're really close to our customers, and that's really the customers for all mining companies, which if you're producing concentrates are the smelters. So we're able to deliver our lead and zinc concentrates to smelters within the country on a very efficient basis, get paid good rates for them, and they further refine that into the finished silver, lead, and zinc that is then consumed by those industries that you mentioned.
Talk about the emphasis on free cash flow.
Well, really, we're a company that's focused on making money at all points in the cycle, not just when silver prices are high. So if you look back at our financial results, we've been able to make money and put cash on the balance sheet through operations, not by doing financings, even during the lean silver years. And that remains an emphasis going forward, both at our existing operations and when we look at other projects for growth around the world.
You've deployed some of that cash not only into operations, but also into other investments.
Yeah, and I mentioned New Pacific. That's the largest of our investments. It's worth around 90 million US to our account right now, and we put 40 million into it. So we've made a good return so far, and we think there's lots more potential to come for that investment going forward.
One of the key determinants, I should say, or kind of one of the key factors that everybody wants to consider is about your neighbors and where you're situated and how well supported are where you operate.
Yeah, well, with our mines in China, we have a 17-year operating track record. So we've got good relationships with the communities around us. We try to maximize our purchasing and supplies from the local community. Obviously, we're a big taxpayer in the region. And when we look at things that we've done, we've gotten our mines certified as green mines, which is a government program that basically looks at the sustainability aspects of the mines. So we're very proud of that. And I think we've done some innovative projects and programs with our local communities and in collaboration with them to both provide economic development and to minimize the footprint of our mines.
Can you talk about some of the key milestones that have kind of brought up for Silvercorp and then just kind of allow it to grow? What has been kind of talking about either production or the way that you would say that you're kind of most proud that Silvercorp has achieved?
Well, I think the greatest achievement is that these mines have been self-sustainable and really deliver that economic value to allow the company to grow. Mm-hmm. And in recent years, we've put a big push on exploration. We found some new deposits, basically gold deposits within our silver mines. So that's quite exciting. And so we're looking at developing that and adding that to our production suite. And that's also been part of the justification for embarking on building another mill. Mm-hmm. And that will bring our milling capacity up. And we're looking to fill that with our existing mines on our mining concessions that we think can grow, as well as some satellite projects in the region. And given our track record, we're sort of a preferred partner for some of these other projects.
What's your share structure?
We have 177 million shares outstanding. When you look at the mix between insiders and institutions, it's around 40%. And the balance is largely retail. A lot of Canadian and U.S. retail investors understand that we're a big silver company and pick us as a silver investment.
Who's on the management team?
Well, the management team is really the original founder and chairman and CEO, who's a very skilled geologist and really has had a great vision for what this company could be. But it's been a lot of hard work to grow it to where it is. and he's supported by people that understand the rules and the procedures for operating in China and the mines, and obviously from a financial and regulatory reporting standpoint.
At the top, we were talking about solar panels and energy transition. Everybody in the silver space right now is excited about the opportunity that see there and then to see the growth there. But with Silvercorp Metals, you're seeing it up close because you're in the country where this is really happening.
Yeah, I mean, China's been known for being the largest manufacturer and exporter of solar panels for the Western world. But I think one of the key elements is that they also have a very aggressive plans for growing their solar energy generation within the country, building some very large solar farms. And so from a silver consumption standpoint, we see that still being a very healthy market for silver going forward.
Lastly, let's talk about catalysts over the next 12 months. Maybe first we could talk about what is going to be happening with exploration, Lon.
Yeah, after 2 very big years of exploration, we did 630,000 meters of drilling at our mines in the Ying mining district. We continue to have 80 rigs drilling there right now, so generating more results. The drilling that we did do is going to lead into an updated reserve and resource report, which should be out imminently. As I mentioned, we're building a 3rd mill, and so there'll be more milestones and more news as we advance that program. And then the other thing that I can't predict is when we might find an acquisition target that meets our criteria, and we announce a transaction.
And your investments, what would you want to highlight with New Pacific?
Well, just that it's a great growth opportunity for silver, but now also gold in Bolivia, a country with a mining history, and we think a good environment for building more mines.
Lon, thanks for speaking with Kitco.
Thank you very much, Michael.
My name is Michael McCrae. You're watching Kitco Mining here at Gold Forum Americas in Colorado Springs, Colorado.
Kitco News special coverage of the Gold Forum Americas is brought to you by New Pacific Metals and Silvercorp Metals.